Hello and welcome back to one of our mini training sessions on Workbooks CRM aimed at existing Workbooks users or indeed anyone seriously looking at Workbooks as a new CRM system. And in this one, we're going to cover the three top features of the newly released Advanced Projects add-on or extension to Workbooks. So if in your organization you need to track projects or you're using some other project tool or app right now, but it's not linked to Workbooks, not linked to CRM, then this session is ideal for you. And well, why have projects integrated to CRM? You might think, well, CRM is all about salespeople and marketing things going on, activities, customer support. Well, think about better collaboration and communication with your team about what's going on with customer projects. And anyone on the project side, that side of the business who's got some kind of contact with a client or customer should be a candidate for using CRM in some way to update what they're doing, their tasks, and so on. And that's obviously where projects come in. For example, when you get an order from a client and you're implementing some big solution, maybe it's a long time scale, lots of stages you need to go through, or it might be a pre-sales project as well, not just thinking about after the sale, before the sale. Again, some activity, sequence of activities that one or many people have to do in your organization, taking a long time, lots of steps. That's where a project management tool really comes in to help you see where you're at with that project. So seriously, think about getting those projects into your CRM using Workbooks. So in this session, we're going to take a deeper dive into the top three features of the newly released Advanced Project module. These are expenses, first of all, then time entries and budgets. So I should introduce myself. It's Tim speaking, Tim Wilmot, joined by my colleague, Stuart Lawrence and Hind, and our company, Wizard Systems. We're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of products like Workbooks, and we help out organizations use simple and affordable solutions to help with their sales, marketing, and customer service productivity. So thanks, those of you on here live, for joining us on this little short mini training session, one of our regular series of short presentations focusing on different topics around Workbooks. And say in this one, we're going to cover those top three features of the Advanced Projects module. Now, the audio part of this call is one way only. If you've got any questions about what we're going on about, pop that into the questions section. You can, of course, email us after the event as well, and we'll try and answer those as best we can at the end. Okay, so let me hand over to my colleague Stuart, and he'll take us through those top three features.
It would be really easy to deep dive into projects here, but as Tim mentioned, we're just going to show you three of these new features that are available in the Advanced Projects module: so expenses, time, and budgets. So let's start by opening a project that we've got here that's ongoing. And we have the standard information here, the name of the project, who it's assigned to, start date, end date, whether it's internal or related to a customer, and so on. With the new module, we get extra information. For example, to the right on this particular layout, we have this progress window. And this gives us a quick look at the project and where things are: the budget, the effort, the tasks, slippage, are things slipping behind, and just gives you this very quick overview of what's going on. Below that, we have two of the new features. We have the budget details and the time details. Let me open these and explain as we go. The budget section. This is a summary of how the budget for this project is looking, giving you the info that you need most or may need the most. We can see that 50 days have been included in the budget, where the money's being spent, and we'll take a closer look at the budget tab itself in a moment. On to time. Again, we're given a summary of where the time is being allocated for this project, the overall picture of the time, where it's been used and approved for this project. And as we're on the time section, let me open the time entry so we can take a closer look. We're now given a complete breakdown of where the time is being allocated for this project. Who did it? Was it chargeable? Whether it requires approval. As you can see, there's a lot of details here. I'll open one of the approved ones. I'll open Dylan's one here, and everything appears okay. And you can just to show you what's been recorded. Now, as it's been approved, I can't do anything. It's blocked. I'm the administrator, so I can tweak it a little, but I'm going to leave this alone. So let me show you what happens when we want to approve some work. I've got one for Alison here that she's done some bug testing. If I open this, again, I get all the information about what's taken place. Was it chargeable? Who did it? The amount of time it took this person. And all I do is approve it. The system closes it for me. And not only does it close it, it marks it as approved on the time entry. Now, what it also does is it updates the summary tab on the front screen. And you'll have to trust me on that. I'll show you again in a minute, but it just shows that the previous total was 23 something, and now it's been updated. So it keeps updating as we move on. Let's move on to the budget. Now we know that the budget here was for 50 days, and we can see that it's actually made up of two budgets. You can have more than one budget in a project. So we've got one here for 10 days and one here for 40 days, and the costs for this time. So this is nice and easy. If you wanted to add another one, you would just enter the unit of time, the rate for that time, and the number of days. And of course, don't forget to give it a name and a description. And the total budget will then be calculated from these units, as you saw on that summary. All right, one to go. Expenses. Now, previously, these went in as tasks, and then someone had to create a report to track them. We now have a separate tab to track them within the project. So, for example, I want to show you one here. We went on site to a customer for a meeting. We had to pay parking, and we want to log it. We can now add this cost into the project. I open one of these up just to show you. You can see we gave it a name. We gave it a category. Remember, the drop down is a pick list within projects, so you can create your own categories for your own expenses. I put in how much I'm claiming. Another nice touch here is the ability to upload a receipt to back up my claim. And let me close that and go back to the main screen again. See if there's some change for you. Oh, 24 days instead of 23 days. So it's all moving on. And really, that's it. We still have everything you would expect from the standard project module, but now with more features being added to the standard module and the advanced, and there's more to come. If you'd like to know more about projects and advanced module, let us know. And with that, I'll pass things back to Tim.
Thanks very much, Stuart. Yeah, as Stuart mentioned, actually, a good point about using projects for internal things as well. It doesn't need to be just external things with clients or customers. So if you're a long-term Workbooks user and you might have been using cases for tracking projects, then bear in mind there is this new projects feature and the advanced project module, two kind of levels of tracking projects with Workbooks. So any more information, and then please, as Stuart said, contact any of us at Wizard Systems. Right. So just before we go into our Q&A session, as we normally do on these short 101s, brief mention about Wizard for anyone seeing this that's not aware of us. So we are based in the UK. All we do is CRM. We do provide a number of different CRM solutions, all very different in what they do and what they look like and how you access them. As regards workbooks, we've got a lot of experience with workbooks, and we can provide any service that you'd expect to advise you on it and get you set up correctly, implementing it, provide the training. Training can be your place, our place online, and all the ongoing help desk support as well. Right, Stuart, we've got a few questions that have come in here. First question from Anna. How are tasks handled in projects?
Oh, right. This has been improved on in the advanced across all modules now for projects in workbooks. Project tasks now have own record type, so they still show on your activities, but they are reported as a separate task now. They are reported as a project task.
Okay, Francis is asking, in the original release of projects, tasks were given to assignees. Has this been improved on?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. There's now a team tab added to the system. And this is where you handle the people and their tasks. And a nice update to this is Workbooks will add your assignees from your existing projects into this new team tab for you. So it's all going to be updated on your behalf.
Okay, and Addon, we are using Trello for projects at the moment. Can we import over to Workbooks? Yeah, I mean, I suppose that there are lots of separate project management tools. Yeah, that's a good question. How to get all your stuff over?
The answer probably comes down to what you're exporting from. But if you can export it to a CSV, then you can most definitely export it into the project entity within Workbooks.
Yeah, obviously the kind of sort of two sides to that migration: getting it out of whatever you're using now, the source, and then importing into the target, namely Workbook. So yeah, it should be okay, Addon. Contact us if you got any further queries there. Another question from Anna, pretty obvious one. What's the price, please? Yeah, so there's a two-level project. We've handled projects before. This is part of the advanced projects module or extension, and it's £15. It's £15 if you're in the UK. £15 per user per month. Now, the important thing is that all the Workbooks add-ons, they're either priced per user that wants it or for all users of your sort of setup. With this one, it's just for those users that need it. There are other extensions like multi-currency, for example. That's got to be applied across all users. If you've got 20 user system or 20, you've got to have that multi-currency. But advanced projects, just £15 per user per month, added on a pro rata basis to your existing contract there, Anna. Right, don't think there's any more questions, Stuart. Just those four. Right. Well, thanks very much, those of you on here live, sticking through this, and we hope that was of interest to you. So we'll catch up with you hopefully at the same time next week for another interesting topic around workbooks. Just to confirm, we're on the 7.3 release of Workbooks right now. We're running an advanced course next week at Wizard Systems Bristol. Some really advanced stuff with Workbooks. If you're interested in that, then please contact us. And if you've got any suggestions for future topics that you think would be of use to other Workbooks users, then again, drop us a line. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you on the next event. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.